What's good, HD family? It's your boy D.
And your girl Hannah.
And once again, we are back. Today we're going to be doing a story time. We decided to do a story time. This happened about, a week ago?
Yeah.
We actually had a dude try to rob our house. I guess I'm gonna tell you how it went from my perspective, and then Hannah's gonna tell you how it went from hers. Well, where was I at work? Was I at work? No, I'm talking about during the day when you and Katie was here.
Oh yeah, because it was a Saturday.
All right. Well, that day, Hannah was hanging out with her little sister, and I was at work. So when I came home, me and Hannah, we you know what I'm saying, we were talking or whatever, and then she was like, she had to take her little sister home, so she went home, and I went and took a shower, and I thought I heard Hannah coming back inside the door, so I was like, I ain't think nothing. So then I got out the shower, looked outside, saw that the car wasn't there. And I was like, that's a little weird, because, I heard something. So then I went and made me some food, because I was getting hungry. So while I was making my food, I heard a loud ass bang. And you know what I'm saying, it sounded like somebody was shooting. So I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, I was scared as hell. So I go to the room, I grab my gun. I'm like, oh hell nah. So I go out, I go to the door, and I look at the door, I'm like, damn, I don't see nobody. So then I go back in the room, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? I'm tripping, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, somebody trying to break into here, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I ain't know what to do. So then I heard the door downstairs close, because the way our house set up, it's a 2-story house, but upstairs is an apartment and downstairs is an apartment. So pretty much I go downstairs, or I go outside, and I see a dude downstairs with no shirt on. So I'm like, hey, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? We got a new neighbor downstairs, so at that time I didn't get a chance to meet him. So I'm thinking it was him. So I'm like, okay. So I go to ask him, I'm like, where you live at? He said, right there. And I'm like, right where? He pointed next door. And I'm like, ain't no way in hell that you live next door, because I know everybody who lives next door. So then I was like, well, hold on, I'm gonna go grab my phone real quick. So I came back inside to grab the phone and went back outside, and old dude had done walked across the yard and was getting ready to go to the road. So I had to go downstairs, and I was like, hey bro, you gotta come back over here, because you know what I'm saying, he was telling me it was 2 black dudes that were trying to break into the house, but there was nobody else around. So pretty much I called the police. And well, before all that happened, I had done called Hannah, but she ain't answer the phone. I called her like 2 or 3 times, and I texted her, and she ain't even answer the damn phone. So I ended up, did you end up calling me back, or did I call you again?
Yeah, I called you back.
Yeah, she called me, and I told her, you know what I'm saying, what was going on. So I told her to call the police, and I called the police too. And back to me being outside with the dude, I pretty much had to hold him at gunpoint until the police came. And then when the police came, everything was pretty much a waiting game after that. But he ended up going to jail
With larceny.
Yeah, and it was kind of crazy, because it was just like, why? They ran the dude. They said he wasn't from around here. He's not from the state of Florida. You know, he don't live in this area. And yeah, it was crazy. But that was my standpoint. Then after the police had came and they realized who I was and everything, they took my gun. And then her and her dad pulled up. And yeah. You want to tell your portion?
Okay, this is my perspective. So, Pretty much it was Saturday. He was at work. I was hanging out with my little sister all day. And then whenever he got off of work, we were arguing about something. I can't even remember.
Oh, he was?
Yeah. I can't even remember what we were arguing about. But I'm kind of glad that we were arguing.
That's right. Because of the fact I was in here sleeping on the couch.
Yes. But I'm kind of glad that we were arguing, because if we weren't, then he probably would have went with me to take my little sister, and we wouldn't have been able to get the guy who tried to rob us. But anyways, so I was leaving to go take my sister back to my dad's house. He was on the couch sleeping, and I asked him if he wanted to go. He said no. And then as me and my little sister were getting in my car, she was like, oh my gosh, is that a bee?
No, I think it's a moth or something that came in when we walked in the house.
Oh. She was like, oh my gosh, did you see that? That guy just scared me. And I guess she saw somebody walking through our yard, but I didn't really think anything of it because our neighbors are so close to us. They always cut through our yard to like take a shortcut to the store or whatever. So I just told her it was one of our neighbors, and I wasn't really thinking anything of it. So I went to my dad's and I left my phone in my car. That's why I didn't get his phone call and his messages. And whenever I got back in my car, I called him back as I was driving back home. And he told me that somebody tried to rob us. And I was like, I was really freaking out because I didn't know what to think, and I didn't know what all had happened. I didn't know if he was okay or whatever, because he was just like, just get here, just get here. And so I called 911 and told them what was happening. And then I was like freaking out, so I called my dad and was like crying to him, saying that I'm on the way to the house. And I told him what DeMarcus had told me, and he was like, all right, well, I'm coming there too, or whatever. So then I like pulled up in the driveway really fast. I seen the police here, and I seen the dude like sitting over there by a tree, and I was asking DeMarcus what had happened and everything. But yeah, apparently it was a guy not even from this state, and it was just a random thing. He didn't have a shirt on or anything, and it was the dude that my sister and I saw. So I just thank God that he didn't have a weapon or anything, because like it was really dark outside and he was really close to us, and if he would have had a weapon, he could have easily done something to one of us. But yeah, that's pretty much my perspective on it. But we had like 2 windows in the house that weren't locked, like the locks were broken or whatever. So I asked my dad to make us some boards so they can't be lifted up anymore, because I'm kind of paranoid about the whole situation now. And after the police left and everything, we found out that there was a piece of glass chipped out of our front door, I guess from where he hit it, and that was a loud noise that DeMarcus heard. But yeah, that's pretty much my perspective on that. Alright.
Well, yeah. That was a crazy ass night. I'm glad it didn't escalate, because
oh my gosh, we opened the front door and a freaking moth flew in, and like it's just flying around us.
Alright, but anyways, yeah, I'm glad it didn't escalate, because if he would have gotten in the house, I would have shot him.
Yeah.
No questions asked. That's how you do it real quick. But yeah, I would have shot him, and that would have made a real big scene over here. So I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't get to that point.
And I would have been scared, like, to live here after somebody's been killed.
Yeah, we would have had to move. We would have had to move.
That would have scared me.
Yeah, but thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment, give this video the big thumbs up. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
And leave us comments on what other type of videos y'all would like for us to do. We do take all of y'all's suggestions into consideration. And we will see you guys next time.